It's another day of Vlogmas, and one of the things I had to do today was go to the grocery store. So I had to make a stop at Kroger's, and I only meant to get just exactly what was on my list. But I didn't go to the store last week, so there were really quite a few things that I needed. The other thing is that I thought, well, why don't I go ahead and get some of my food shopping out of the way for the holiday, and why don't I shop for 2 weeks this time instead of just one? So let me show you just a few of the things that I picked up. When my husband took a look at the trunk of the car, he went like, wow, because I had really gotten quite a bit. I haven't been buying this many groceries lately because I've really just been trying to get exactly what we need. But I thought I'd go ahead and buy for 2 weeks this time. So let me just show you a few of the things that I got. First of all, I had planned to buy a brisket, and they had this roast on sale, and it was almost half off, and I thought, well, why don't I go ahead and pick up this roast? I can make some beef stew with that, and this cost as much as a packet of beef stew, maybe just a few cents more than a 1-pound package of beef stew meat. So I went ahead and got this 2.5-pound roast, and I can make the beef stew with that and something else. I got two 2-pound packages of hamburger, or shall I say ground beef, because I plan to make some hamburger vegetable soup over the weekend, and then I know I'm going to be wanting to make meatloaf next week. So I thought I'll go ahead and get those 2 packs now. And then I spotted these bratwursts, and I think I was just hungry, so I thought, why don't I grab some beer brats? Those would be nice for maybe a Friday evening meal or something like that, so I got those. They also had these chops on sale, and I made chops this week, and they were so good. So I thought, I'm going to pick up another packet, and once again, they were almost 50% off. And since they're going right in my freezer, it worked out just fine. I picked up 2 packages of Hillshire Farms beef smoked sausage because I'm going to make some cabbage this week, and then sometimes my husband likes to have that for breakfast, so I thought I'll get 2 packs of that. What we don't use this week, we'll be able to use the following week. They also had some frozen dinners for sale. I picked up a couple packages of this Marie Callender sweet and sour chicken, as well as the Marie Callender Salisbury steak dinners. That way my husband and I can have those for lunch. Sometimes we like to have something that's just a little bit heartier for lunch, and so those will work out fine. And I love the Stouffer's main entrees. So I picked up this grandma's chicken and vegetable rice bake because that'd be nice for dinner. Let's say I just need to do something quick like tonight. I can just pop that in the oven, and then we're good to go. I picked up some turkey breasts from the Kroger Daily, some peppered turkey breast, as well as some honey baked ham. I thought that would be really good to make sandwiches for lunches. I also picked up this DiGiorno Rising Crust Pizza. I just thought it looked really, really good. And like I said, I was a little hungry, so I probably got more than I should have. But sometimes when we need a quick dinner or a quick lunch, this will be perfect for that. And then I've got milk for baking as well as for drinking and cereal and coffee. A dozen eggs. And then I picked up fruit. I need to have some oranges to make the wassail. Of course, the apples we just eat. And then some garlic. Some grapes. My husband likes grapes, so I like to make sure I've got plenty of fresh fruit for him. Here's the cabbage that I plan to make next week. And then the lemons I need also for smoothies as well as for my wassail. Bananas for smoothies and just general eating. Pineapple juice for the wassail. Apple cider for the wassail. And then of course we always have lemonade and orange juice on hand for whatever we need it for. So those are the things that I got that need to go into the fridge. I'll show you the dry goods and other things in just a bit. I've got my perishables in the fridge, so now let's take a look at the non-perishable things that I picked up. So I always like to get some English muffins, and I like to get the Thomas English muffins. I think they are the very best. The original nooks and crannies, and they're perfect with orange marmalade, which I like to have in the morning with coffee. And then of course some health nut bread. I love good bread, so this would be really good. And so I picked up some of that. And then some French onion soup. I needed to make something the other day, and I needed French onion soup, and I didn't have any. So I just picked up this extra box to have on hand. And I'm going to be making some spaghetti. So I wanted some whole wheat pasta, which is a little bit better for you than the regular pasta. So I got this whole wheat spaghetti. And then I like to make dressing a lot. So I picked up this stovetop traditional sage dressing, and then I'll make a pan of cornbread and mix it in with that, and we'll have that some Sunday for dinner. And then, as I mentioned earlier, my husband loves these Quaker breakfast squares, but I did find a recipe, and I'm going to make some because these cost about $3.89, and you get 5 in a box, and I am convinced that I can make a set of breakfast bars. It's going to be a little bit cheaper than that. So I picked up some craisins so that I could do that. And I've already got raisins and pecans. And I love these cranberry orange Belvita breakfast biscuits. And then he also likes these oatmeal cream pies. And so I got those. He takes them in for snack, or every now and then when he's got to go to work, he'll pop them in his pocket. And then for comfort food, the ultimate comfort food is this tomato basil soup. It is just so good. So I picked up a couple cans of that for myself, and then they had this chunky soup on sale for $1.79 a can. So I picked up 4 cans of that. New England clam chowder, some hearty beef barley, and then 2 cans of the sirloin burger. So if I decided we were going to have a soup dinner, I would have this and maybe make some corn muffins or something like that, or we could have it for lunch. For baking, I picked up some Carnation evaporated milk, which I prefer Carnation to any other brand. And then I'm going to make some peppermint chocolate bars, and I needed this Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk for that. And when I made the meatballs and pasta, the penne pasta, I used my can of tomatoes. So I replaced that and then picked up another can of fire roasted tomatoes just to make sure I would have some of those. Green beans, and then of course the mini Cokes and the mini Sprites. So I've got the cherry Cokes, regular Coke, and then of course the Sprite Zero. So some of this I'll set aside for Christmas, but some of it we'll be using now. Picked up some jars of the Bertelli tomato and basil pasta sauce. I used the only one I had remaining, so I picked up a couple of that. And then for Taco Tuesday, some taco sauce, and then of course some Tostitos salsa. And then I always like to get tuna. My husband likes to make tuna salad sometimes for his lunches, so I wanted to make sure to have that on hand. And then, of course, since Christmas is coming, I had to make sure we had our spices. And I needed some cinnamon. And I love the McCormick's brand. They've changed the color of the tops, but I still like the McCormick's brand. So I need to get some ground cinnamon, some whole cloves for the wassail, as well as some citrus, chili, and garlic with chia sauce. So I thought this might be kind of good when I'm making chili. So this is some chili seasoning that I thought I would pick up just to give it a try. And then over here on the table, I have the last of the things that I had to pick up. A bag of chips for the hubby. Wanted to pick up some Raisin Bran Crunch. I don't like soggy cereal, so it has to be the Raisin Bran Crunch. And then these little take-alongs, they're just a good size for storing food. And then with the holidays coming, I might need to pack up something or send something home with someone. And I wanted to pick up some parchment paper for when I make that candy. And I saw this slow cooker liners, and I thought, that might work out pretty good because I'm using my slow cooker more. So I grabbed some of those. And then, of course, rice. I always cook a lot of rice. And when I make the vegetable soup, it needs a little bit of rice. So I got that. Some Tide Pods. Napkins. Craisins to put in the breakfast bars. And then, of course, some Kleenex hand towels. I like to have these when we have company. You can just hang them up like this. Put them like that over the towel rack in your bathroom, and then you've got fresh, clean paper towels for people to use. Or So that is it. Those are all the groceries that I picked up. That's my Kroger's shopping haul. I hope you enjoyed this Kroger shopping haul. It was really a lot of fun sharing it with you, and I got way more stuff than I really intended to buy. I did have my list with me, but I was hungry, so that's always a bad sign, because when you're hungry, you tend to end up getting more stuff. But then I also picked up some stuff for the holiday as well. So I've got food for the next 2 weeks, and then I'll start on my holiday shopping. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe, and I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.